Hey everybody, Rick Tallman with Window Film Revolution again. I've got one of these Lexus IS 250s in. Come right here. A lot of tinters pull the panels because of this speaker right here. There's a little tweeter right here. Now to pull the panels, you can pop this and pull this, and it's been a while since I pulled one of these, but you got a screw here, screw there, and there's probably a couple on the bottom, and there's normally some around here. I ain't pulled one of these in a while, so I done forgot. But in any case, I don't pull them anymore because I bottom load them. So I'm going to show you how to do it without pulling the panel. Yes, you can get the panel pulled off pretty quick, but you can also just slip a bottom loading tool behind the seal pretty quick too. So anyhow, I'll show you what we do, or what I do. Now you'll notice I got popsicle sticks wedged in. This just pulls the seal back just a little bit. Just gives you a little bit of extra clearance. And you can use this, you can use other type of bottom loading tools. Gasket Wizard is this. I use this obviously. 90-degree piece of easy reach. I just slip it in behind the seal. And this is how I'm gonna put the reloader in. And then as I'm putting the reloader in, boom, done. That's what I use that for. So, now the reloader will only go right up here to this, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. So let me go ahead and start squeegeeing. I've already razor bladed this and did the initial prep. As y'all know, I like to use a lot of slip solution. Come on over here, sweetness. So the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to get it sliding in. It's already behind it. You're going to pull back. You can, at the same time as you're pushing over, you can actually pull back on the reloader using these fingers and pushing with my thumb. So I'm doing two things at once. I'm pushing the reloader back. So you'll just slide it. Go ahead and pull back on your reloader, ease down, and slide it some more. If it starts to get bunched up, grab you one of these and just slide it through there. I mean, don't get me wrong, these ain't super easy no matter how you do them, but I mean, pulling the panels are pretty easy, but it's pretty easy to slide a bottom loading tool in too. And these are notoriously tight along the seals and along the edges. There we go. As I get down just a hair bit more, we'll be golden. If the film starts to catch, at the bottom, you can go from left to right and just kind of, that's fine, you can leave it. You can go to left to right and just kind of jiggle it, and it'll normally break it loose enough to slip down some. Now, honestly didn't use enough slip solution on this one. I should have used more. Alrighty, so, and as you see, the film's over the top edge, so your prep needs to include wiping that top edge off, so when you go to pull it back down, it doesn't bring any contamination in. You can shave this or do a nice little micro edge. I'm just going to do a nice little micro edge on it, and that's pretty much how you get it in. And I'm just making sure I don't have any gaps. And the rest of it's like normal. And I don't know how long that took, but I think it took less time than pulling the panel and putting it back on. Now, the one benefit of pulling the panel is it gets this tweeter out of your way, so you can squeegee back there. But if you got the right tools, that's really not a big deal. And by the right tools, I just mean anything that can get back there. This is working out pretty good. I like to always wipe my tools on my shirt in between most of my passes. Just helps make sure it keeps grit off. And we're gonna go ahead and tap that on up. Go ahead and get a couple more strong passes in, get as much moisture out as possible. It's really important to do when you've had to shrink. Well, it's important to do every time, but it's really important to do when you've had one that you've had to do a lot of shrinking on. And if you've ever done one of these cars, there's a good bit of shrinking on these doors, even the back two doors. So you can go ahead and pull these out. And let's see what we're looking like. Let me wipe this down a little bit. And another thing too, you could tape this off. I never tape it off. I mean, I've never had an issue with it getting wet and doing something squirrely or anything. And all right, go ahead and get a close-up of all that, especially down here in the corner so people can see it's not mangled up or nothing. Alrighty. Alright everybody, that's how I like to do the front doors on these IS 250s. Y'all have a good one.